We shall discuss the point of view of historical materialism by Simone de Beauvoir. This particular excerpt is from her book, The Second Sex. And here we are going to see the view that how what is historical materialism? The historical materialism is the view that all the developments that are done is not because of the ideas but because of the history. And here we are going to see how Simone de Beauvoir considers this matter of historical materialism and how she critically examines the same. So the excerpt begins by her saying that humanity is not an animal species, it is but a historical reality. Humanity is like anti-physics. Why? Because human society is against nature. Because humans are not submitting to the society, but they are controlling the society. They are taking the control. There are two essential traits that characterize women biologically. First one is her grasp upon the world, which is very much less than that of the men. And then nextly is that women are closely enslaved to the species. Men are often represented as armed, whereas women are represented as powerless. And in the case of technology and machine, if the technology and machine is not beyond the capacity of female, women can work equally as men, as we see today in the IT sector how women are equal to men. In the case of maternity, frequent pregnancies are not glorified now, and if in case one is voluntarily admitting to pregnancy, then they have the aid of child welfare and many other things. Thus the burdens of maternity is also reduced. Engels is a theorist, and he tells how in the Stone Age how women were indulging in gardening, pottery, weaving, gardening, etc., which all has got a great impact on the economic life when men were into hunting and fishing. Then the discovery of copper, tin and such metals is what resulted in men becoming a supreme power. And then earlier the lands were mostly of one particular clan, like the entire land is of one particular clan, and later on the land became private properties of men, and they became the proprietor of the land, and also they started considering women, they all started considering themselves as the proprietor or the owner of women as such. This is what Engels says, and he says this is the historical defeat of feminine sex. And then Simone de Beauvoir does not think about that. It is not because of the discovery of a particular tool or anything, but it is basically the human consciousness of the man that results in this. That is what she says. Women should not be limited only, cannot be considered only for the women were always considered or sidelined to the domestic duties, and their work, what work they do at home, is considered less significant compared to the productive labor of the man. And man used to handle all the properties, and women, they were subjugated, and men started doing polygamy. They started having sex with courtesans and some other slaves, etc. And then women, what did they do? The only difference that they could do is also by indulging in adultery and infidelity. The main problem of women is nothing but economic oppression, because they are depending upon man for money. Equality cannot be attained until and unless there are equal rights for men and women. Women are in the forefront, and they should also participate in the general industry. The domestic scale, their work in the domestic scale should be given less significance, or it should be considered as insignificant, and they should be more productive, and they should come to the forefront, and they should work in the big industry. Bebel considers women and proletariat. Proletariat means working class section. So Bebel considers women and working class section as the mostly downtrodden one. The domestic work should be considered insignificant, and women should participate in the big industry. And Bebel, the theorist Bebel, considered women and proletariat. Proletariat means the working class section. So Bebel considers women and proletariat section as the downtrodden one. And women's capacity for labor should her problems should reduce only to her capacity to labor. If she is able to work same as men, she should have equal position. Okay, in the socialist society, men and women are not considered just on the basis of their sex, but all of them, they are considered as workers. And the regime, the turning point in history, what happened is the regime of common property became the private property, and the Engels such theory is considered superficial because men are as individual rather than group realities. The discovery of bronze made them a kind of creator and gave them the fulfillment as an individual. And Engels says the subject shapes and masters himself in shaping and mastering the land. So individuals should be considered distinguished from the clan, and that requires a personal incarnation. Man has interest in his own property, and it is impossible to deduce how we can find the oppression of women can be considered to or connected to the institution of private property. It has nothing to do with that. It is basically the human consciousness or the representation of the society or the order in the society. Engels also says about women's muscular weakness. The limitations of her capacity to labor is itself considered as an disadvantage, but it should be considered as a disadvantage only to very small perspective. The discovery of bronze made men very ambitious, and men started considering women, because women are not able to use such big machinery, so men started considering women only for the enrichment and expansion of these. The division of labor was also not equal. So the discovery of bronze is not the main thing. It is basically the consciousness of the man, which in considering women as other. Then Engels also indulged in this discovery of sexes, this division of sexes into the division of classes, men and women as two classes, and Simone de Beauvoir completely negates it. Slaves and the working class are the oppressed class, but always the slaves and the working class, there is one thing about them, they always work to go towards the disappearance of this class. Whereas women, they are not at all revolutionary. They are not indulging in the disappearance of sex. They are just only requesting for certain liberties. They are not revolutionary. Women should be considered less as a worker, and their reproductive function should be given importance, because they are not doing it for themselves, for their individual purpose. They are doing it for the social economy. So the society, but one thing we can see, that the society even puts control on whether she should give birth or whether she should not. Even we can see that how society puts control over the birth. And a true socialist ethics should uphold justice not by abolishing liberty, and should uphold duties but not by abolishing individuality. A truly socialist ethic can understand the condition of women, and the society should not be controlling the sexual instinct, or it should not be forcing upon the woman. It should be the option of women about their motherhood and maternity. So even in the case of sex, how women approach men is different from how men approach women, which we can see in the poems of Kamala Das, as we see in the poem Introduction and all. The difference is being said, like how for men it is like the hungry haste of river, for women it is like the tireless waiting of ocean. A blind situation is being built, and that should not be considered. Historical materialism, according to Simone de Beauvoir, historical materialism considers men and women are just economic units. There should not be control upon men by the society. Then Freud considered everything, a man as existent, and existent as a body, and it is the relation of this body to all other bodies that determines. But Simone de Beauvoir negates. Then Marxian theory says that the technological advancement can make women economically independent, and when the technological advancement becomes easy for the new technology, like the modern technologies, when it becomes easy for women to handle or easy for them to work on it, they can acquire economically independent, and they can acquire that state of equality. So that is what we see in this particular excerpt. I hope all of you understood it. Thank you.